And we are live. Welcome back, everybody, to Comic Convos, episode 19. Today's guest, as always on Tuesday, we've got Rex Wang from Dynamite Dynamic Forces. So everyone in here right now, please welcome Rex.
Hey, what's
Yo,
going
what's
on,
going
everyone?
on?
Thanks for joining us. What's going on, AR? How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain for what day is it today? Tuesday?
Tuesday,
There you go.
right before New Comic Book Day. Best day of the
Yeah,
week.
I hear you. So was on with our buddy Robbie yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He was a little sad, you know,
I bet he should be.
a little bit sad, and then and I felt bad for him, but I reminded him, to be happy because the Birds won, right? So
So
I
it's a good
figured,
day.
he'd be okay with that. But he took it like a man. I got to give him credit. He took it like a man.
Good.
So, had to be rough. Had to be rough for him.
What are they, 7-4 now?
I believe they are 7-4. Yes,
Oh, yeah. Super Bowl team, right?
Listen, hey, I'll say this much: this year in the NFL, it's weird enough that anything can happen, right? So it could go any way, depending on any given week, man. Any given week, all of a sudden, Kansas City looks like they're back in the groove.
Yeah, they started off rough, but it's going now.
I mean, they had, but it's just weird. It's a very weird season. You got to admit, it's almost impossible to kind of figure out who's going to win any particular game right now.
Facts.
Except the Jets. The Jets keep losing.
They are pretty bad.
At least there's some consistency in the universe. So got White Tiger in the house. Hey, thanks for joining us, man.
What's going on, Cowabunga fam?
So,
But I mean, even the Eagles, I'm not gonna lie, they have looked extremely good these last couple of weeks now.
I think a couple of things. Okay, you're playing a number one defense against the run, and you shredded them. Okay, with what 250, 270 yards on the ground, something like that.
Howard fried all day.
What's that?
Howard was frying all day.
Yeah. Until he had to come out, for that one thing. But again, they've depended more on a run. They've allowed Jalen Hurts to work outside of the pocket. I think all of those things are a plus. So that might have had something to do with it. The defense has been playing well. I think that's really been very helpful.
Let's go figure.
You can force turnovers, get the ball back, give them another shot. You could do some serious damage. But I don't know, man. There was just a lot of open passes, a lot of open looks that just didn't happen. I don't know, man.
He's learning. It's going to get better. And I mean, our schedule, I'm going to be honest, our schedule's pretty favorable towards us now towards the end of the season. It's like all divisional games. And I mean, I think we're 4-6 right now, I think, or something like that. But I mean, if we keep winning a few of these games and say the Cowboys lose maybe one or two more, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, dude. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Hey,
okay?
I'm just saying, I don't know if you've seen our schedule or their schedule for the rest of the season.
No, I agree with you. I do agree with you there, but it's been a weird enough season where teams are losing that you didn't expect to lose, teams are winning that you didn't expect to win. Even old Ben Roethlisberger, who's 2 steps away from a walker, managed to almost come back in that game, which was a little surprising to see, So, I mean, this season's just weird. I don't know. It's very hard to predict what's going to happen there.
So our schedule up until January, we've got the Giants, then the Jets, the Washington team, back to Giants, back to Washington, back to Cowboys. I'm going to be honest. I feel as if we should win all of those games. Even the Cowboys, we could put up a good fight.
Yeah. I mean, it could happen. I mean, again, I'm aware.
That would be a turn of events.
What's that?
That would definitely be a huge turn of events.
That would be an interesting conversation with Robbie and figure drawing, saying you can count on the Cowboys to crumble again. Or any team in the NFC East, you can almost depend on to do that. But I don't know, man. I'm just very wary. I have to admit, the last couple of games out, they're looking better. They're adapting the offense to kind of accommodate Jalen Hurts, but man, I gotta tell you, it's just there's a lot of football between here and there, and
there is.
I don't know, man. I think opposing defenses are going to adjust to the sudden use of the ground game now, and it's not going to be as easy to chew up those yards on the ground. But once Jalen gets outside of the pocket, there's always that unknown. That's the danger. But again, is that your quarterback for the future? I don't know, man. After a certain point,
I would ride with him for a while.
I got to say that you're going to have to develop a pocket passer sort of game, because if you don't, eventually those legs are going to fail you.
Yeah.
So it is, it is what it is. But we'll see. I'm sorry, man. I'm a bit older than you. I've been watching the Birds a lot longer than you, and they have a way of disappointing.
Trust me, I know. I've been watching my Nets for the last 20 plus years, and they have been a disappointment my whole life.
Almost any Philadelphia team has that potential of just crushing your spirits and your hopes. So I'm going to be wary. Okay, a lot of things, in my opinion, would need to fall into place for that to happen. So
I think they will.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. The optimism of youth. That's where you're getting that from, my friend.
We'll pick that one back up next Tuesday when they win again. But obviously we just brought it up. Tomorrow, new comic book day, big week. I know you've got some cool stuff coming out. I see some awesome books behind you as well. I'm hoping my shop gets my books. I didn't contact them today to see what the deal is, but I know last week they said, we didn't get any of our Diamond stuff. They got shorted a little bit on Marvel. I only ended up getting, I think, 6 books last week, or 7 books, and one of them was from last week, the week before that. So I'm hoping this week I can get some more books.
Well, Robbie said yesterday that his shop ended up getting their regular delivery this week, last week. So it looks like things have loosened up a little bit. So he's optimistic that he's going to get what he's supposed to get, tomorrow. So hopefully that glitch is solved. I've heard in the news that the supply chain issues are starting to loosen up a little bit. So hopefully that's the case. But so hopefully, Jimmy G in the house. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, Jimmy?
And JQ as well. Welcome. Thanks for joining us, guys. Loving the Vampirella holiday special. You know what? Let's get to the Dynamite books real quick. So
hell yeah.
Coming out this week, we've got Invincible Red Sonja number 6, written by Jimmy Palmiotti. And we've got cover A is by Amanda Connor. Cover B is by Joseph Michael Linsner. Cover D by Frank Cho. So a lot of interesting covers coming out with that one. Also coming out is Deja Thoris versus John Carter of Mars, number 5. The cover A is by Lucio Perillo. Cover B by Joseph Michael Linsner. So those are a couple to keep an eye out for. Barbarella number 5, also with a Lucio Perillo cover A. And let's see, Vengeance of Vampirella number 24, with also a Lucio Perillo cover A, and Game of Thrones Clash of Kings number 16, with artist Mel Ruby, and Mel Ruby does cover B. So keep your eye out. Hopefully stuff. Everything arrives on time. We're always hoping.
We'll see. I'm hoping for the best. I mean, I've talked about it before, and even this upcoming new comic book day previews video that I made it well known, just be aware, a lot of these books, some of these books might not be coming out. There's been a lot of publications, schedule changes. And even last week's video, I had to edit it, I think, twice, and then I uploaded it. And even the day I uploaded it, people put in the comment section hey, these books are actually going to be coming out. You missed these books. It's been so hard, and schedules have just been so crazy lately.
Yeah, I know. You begin to wonder if they're gonna move New Comic Book Day off, and then they start just coming out sporadically throughout the week. I mean, that would be horrible. That would be horrible. Yeah, that would really be horrible.
I'm gonna be honest. I think if things came to that, and it was all right, maybe Marvel will be, say, 1 day a week, or I don't know, it just gets a sporadic release, I might stop reading new comics if it turns into that, because there's no way I can be making those trips every day or every few days. Right. And even if I make it there once a week, I mean, assuming it's on my pull list, but maybe I forget about a book, and now all of a sudden I have no way to get it.
Right. Well, I'm throwing it out there, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it would be a little too disruptive to the collectors and readers out there. So I don't think that's what's going to happen, but you never know.
I hope not. I know my shop made a comment about Diamond, saying that they think this could be the last straw from Diamond, that all these publishers are now moving to other distribution levels. I know Random Penguin House, Lunar from DC, that some of these places are starting to see options that they don't have to be kind of monopolized into just Diamond anymore. Right. And they think with this massive error, it could be, they could start to see some other people move away.
It could happen. Obviously, I'm never a fan, and I don't think most people are, of a monopoly type system. but change is also very difficult. It can be, you know. So the process of changing over to a brand new system, I mean, don't be surprised. You know, there's always, you know, growing pains with stuff like that. So that may be the case.
I'll take the errors though. You know, like Random Penguin House, when they made mistakes in the beginning, they were getting their shipments out late. They seem to have fixed it. They seem to be really on top of things. I know DC has come an extremely long way from the beginning with Lunar. I know my shops were out here weren't getting Lunar books for sometimes a couple weeks past. Like they were missing orders, they were missing books, and they haven't had a problem, I mean, knock on wood, in quite a long time from them. So I'll take errors in the beginning if they realize their ways and they fix it up.
Right.
But I'll take the growing pains if it means better product.
Right. No, I hear you. I mean, you know, it's just with growing pains, you never know how long it's going to last. So you always hope that the transition is more, you know, more turns over more quickly, so to speak. But, you know, you never know. You just never know. So I guess we'll see. You know, obviously things have been changing. You know, this certainly was happening pre-pandemic, but obviously the pandemic, it's funny, has accelerated everything. You know what I mean? So change has been happening more frequently, more rapidly, just based on, you know, all the different kind of situations that have changed. So Matt S says
that's a good problem.
Shops really haven't had any problems other than selling out of comics. Well, that's good news.
Yeah, it sounds like a good problem.
Yeah,
maybe not for you, but
problem, right? You know, so that's good news that they've been getting their stuff regularly. Again, you know, AR and I always talk about this, but definitely we want to support the local comic book shops out there and you know, do whatever's necessary to try and patronize them. They've been, you know, dropping like flies. We've talked about this with John and so on and so forth. You know, so it's important. I mean, a lot of small businesses have folded up since the pandemic started. And we know that comic book shops, your local comic book shops, have been closing even before the pandemic. So, you know, very much like what's happening with Diamond, the pandemic just accelerated the process. So, you know, make a point of it. You know, definitely pick up your titles when you can. You know, New Comic Book Day or whenever. Even if it's ordering online and having them deliver, or, you know, curbside, whatever, you know, whatever your local store will do. You know, try to support them.
I agree. And speaking of, you know, only because we were just talking about shipping and ordering online, I got my CBCS books today after like 7 months. It was a horrible. Oh my God. Yesterday I got the message over the weekend that it was going to be coming on Monday, but I have to be there to sign for it. So I thought, you know, I can work on some stuff on Monday. I don't really have too many things I could do. I could stay at home. So I sat there all day, the entire day, up until 8 p.m. at night when it said it was going to potentially get dropped off. You know, nobody showed up. Nobody did anything. And then I got a message that said, sorry, we missed you. Nobody was home when we tried dropping it off. I was like, no, you guys never showed up. I took off of work. I sat here all day and I waited for you because I don't want to miss out on that. You know, that's a big package.
Right.
And then today I talked to customer service. They said, yeah, it's at the facility. I don't know if it's going to be going out today or the next day, due to, you know, the holiday schedule. We don't know when it's going to be loaded up again. I was like, oh my God, can I just like go there and pick it up if that's the case? They said, yeah, you can do that. Showed up and the guy said, well, I don't know if it's here. I'm going to have to double check. And I was like, well, the lady told me it's here. And he went in the back and he said they literally loaded it up onto the truck, and he talked to the driver and they pulled it off. I was like, man, if I would have drove all the way down there because it was there just to find out it was on the truck, and then maybe somehow I miss it on the way home, oh, I would have freaked out.
You and the truck passed each other on the highway.
Yeah, like what was it? Stranger, what's it called? This right here. The Umbrella Academy, that meme when they're driving past each other and they're just looking. That would have been nuts, dude. I would have freaking turned right around again and followed that truck all day. But another really cool update, not just that, but only because, you know, talking about schedules and stuff too. Officially, I'm finally moving home.
Ah, cool. So you have a definite date and all that?
So the date itself isn't 100% definite, but my girlfriend finally got the approval for the early separation. And the earliest, I think, is actually going to be like December 15th. We can leave here now.
Wow.
But if that's not approved, if the December 15th is not approved, it's going to be, I think, January 10th. But that's official.
That's soon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right around the corner, dude. And you got holidays.
So excited.
So finally, have you found a place to live back in this area, or?
Oh yeah, it's going to be it's all set. It's just a matter of we were waiting for the military to do their thing.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. That's great news, man. So
God,
soon.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I haven't been home for Christmas in like 3 or 4 years, I think. So I might actually be able to come home to see family for Christmas for once.
Oh, that'll be pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
and you'll get to meet me and John. That's even more special than hanging out with your family around Christmas time.
We'll do the live stream at the bar.
I'm thinking that's great minds think alike. That's the first thing. Hey, we can finally do that. I got to get John on the phone when he gets back. John, you got to set that up for us. Hurry up.
He's back now, isn't he?
He is not. I believe he is still in Myrtle Beach, believe it or not.
I'm pretty sure I saw a thing, a post that he made that it was like he was eating something from Jersey. I think.
That's news to me. I didn't even see that post. I'll have to stalk his
it was Instagram on Instagram.
Facebook, right? Like some sort of weirdo. Like, dude, you're back. Where's my taco truck?
No, I'm telling you, he's waiting for that taco truck till I come back.
Dude, good luck, man. I don't think we're ever seeing that taco truck, man. All right. Maybe it needs you to come back in order to get that taco truck thing moving, because I don't think it's happening. I every time he comes in, I'm like, he's got bags and stuff. And I'm like, where's my food? Did you make me a sandwich? What? Nothing. Zero.
Nothing.
Okay? It's not right, man. It's not right. I'm telling you.
That happens.
So,
man, I'm so excited for it all, though. I really am.
Congratulations, dude. So it's happening real soon. It's right around the corner.
Yeah, it was like one of those really just kind of like nervous waiting games, because what she applied for, they usually don't get denied. But at the same time, I didn't want to get the ball rolling on a single thing because maybe she will get denied. But then she finally got the approval today, and it was like, finally.
Awesome. That's awesome news, my friend. So we'll see you and your girlfriend soon, man. Back in the home area, the land of the Wawas.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm gonna go to Wawa right away. First thing, right away to Wawa.
So what are you guys doing? Are you like getting professional movers? Or are you just?
So what's gonna happen is we're both going to drive separately, fill our vehicles up. To be honest, we're going to be filling my vehicles up with pretty much all of my books.
Gotcha.
But we bought like a 16-foot pod that we're going to be just kind of letting the movers do their thing.
Right.
It's really annoying because there's a thing in the military called TMO.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically are, if you are getting out of the military, you can use TMO they move your stuff for free. But it has to be to your home address. It's not where you're moving to. So she's from Oklahoma, even though she's moving to Pennsylvania.
Right.
They look at that like, oh, well, you're not from Pennsylvania. Why would we move your stuff there? Well, because I'm moving there. But that's not where you joined the military from. So that's not your real home of record. That's a joke.
I got you.
Terrible.
Technicality, my friend.
I know.
The world is ruled by bureaucracy, my friend.
That's like me. Say I managed to like get the time frame right where like, yeah, I'm moving back home to Pennsylvania, but I didn't leave Pennsylvania from my original like area where I lived. I left from where I moved to. So it's like, So you're telling me I would have to move to that city from Pennsylvania? Even though I don't live there?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, unfortunately, the government tends to be, very bureaucratic. Sometimes rules have been in place for such a long time they don't make a whole lot of sense.
I trust me, I'm well aware.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you and your girlfriend would know being in the military, But
they do some really backwards things.
Government bureaucracy is famous, dude. Sometimes it begins to exist for its own purposes. But that's great news, man. I know you were waiting on that with your girlfriend getting the approval. So that's great news, man.
You want to hear?
What's that?
I was going to say, too, only because we were talking about moving home, it really just reminded me about 3 weeks ago now when we did a live stream on the experience. We were talking about, X-Men. And I was like, wow, I'm really interested in getting into the X-Men. And I kept saying, yeah, I got my, my Uncanny Omnibus. I do have volume 1, but it's been at home for months now. It has been sitting right here the whole time. I had no idea. The whole time I could have been reading it, and I thought I took it back home, and it's been sitting right there.
Yeah, you see, now you're going to find a whole lot of stuff once you start packing up.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's where that was. That's where I put it.
Yeah. So the whole time I could have been reading that. And I also found a really good deal. I know it's not really X-Men, but I found it was for 60 or 65 shipped for the New Mutants omnibus. So I know there's a lot of stuff in that. I'm gonna get my X-Men knowledge up finally.
There we go. Then that will be something we'll talk about as soon as you're all studied up.
Finally gonna happen.
So all right. So and then you're joining us tomorrow night, right? From 6 to 8.
Absolutely.
Still no John yet. So I don't know. Now you're telling me he's back in the area. He's hiding.
I'm telling you. I think. Let's see if I can find it right here super quick. I'm pretty positive that I saw him make a post and it said he was eating food from Jersey. Back from Myrtle Beach and back on the Blackstone Products griddle.
So
there he is.
Maybe he will be here tomorrow night. I don't know. Now your guess is as good as mine, man.
I hope he is.
So don't know. Be fun. We haven't seen him in over a week now, but no Green Hornet. I didn't script any Green Hornet for him, but plenty of Batman. No worries about that. Because we all know he's a huge fan of Batman. But we got some interesting stuff that's coming up, and I know I sent you the list. We've got Professor Hulk signed by Peter David. Just to throw out a few items there that we're going to have. We have the Spider-Man 545 variant edition. One More Day Part 4 signed by Joe Quesada. So wanted to mix it up a little bit for this show. Bring something that maybe we haven't seen for a while. Awesome Shazam Ken Hazer sketch.
Cool.
Full, 3/4 headshot. It's real nice, full color, the whole 9 yards. And they've been real popular. Our statues have been super popular. Women of Dynamite, Deja Thoris, limited edition, black and white Diamond Eye edition statues. So the statues have been flying off the shelf. We're trying to make sure we bring a statue onto every show. So
cool.
But
they've definitely been killing it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if people have time tomorrow night, join us. It's the night right before Thanksgiving, so most people will probably be kicking their feet up. If you got a little bit of time, come share it with us. We definitely always appreciate the viewers. You know that, and I know that as well. They really make the show. So
I do. What's good, Greg?
So Greg Young, hey, what's in the house? Brian LCS in the house. Let's see, Real Rudio. Wow. Hey, thanks everybody. And listen, if you're watching AR Show now and you haven't, please make sure you subscribe. That helps out his algorithm, helps him grow, helps his channel grow. It's guys like AR are guys that we need more and more of in the industry, in the hobby itself. So definitely, share if you haven't already with your other comic book friends. But definitely, show your support. He does a lot of great content, doing it every week in and week out. And we really appreciate it. And joining us on our shows. We really appreciate, when he's on the show. We have a lot of fun. So tomorrow night, 6 to 8 p.m. on The Experience. Make sure to tune in. 2 hours of talk, good deals on comics, the whole 9 yards. And if John's with us, there'll probably be some food talk involved. And definitely we'll, talk a little bit more in depth of the impending move for AR back to the East Coast. Oh man, I'm
excited.
I'm happy that you're moving home. I'm happy you're excited. How's your girlfriend feel? Because she's from Oklahoma.
She's excited. She's honestly really excited.
Okay, cool. Because sometimes it's hard to move from someplace that you've been, you've grown up in. But I don't envy the move, dude. That especially long distance like that.
It's gonna be rough. It'll be rough, but I've been moving, I think, every year since I got out here.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And even when I lived at college, I moved every single year. So I think I've moved every year for like the last maybe 8 years.
Gotcha.
This one's a little bit different, but still.
Yeah, this one's cross country, so it's going to be. How long is the drive?
This one's going to be different because we're taking separate vehicles, so we're going to make a stop to sleep this time. But typically, we usually can make it in about 20 to 22 hours, I think.
Holy moly, that's a long drive.
Yeah, it's rough.
That is a long drive, dude. Especially if you try to do it in one shot.
We do usually. We swap off.
And Adrian in the house. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining us
Adrian.
today.
Adrian, I just sent you an email in response. He won last week's giveaway.
Oh, cool. Cool.
I actually knew he won during our stream last week when he popped in, but I didn't want to spoil it yet.
Which prize did he win?
He won. I got it. I had it right here. It was the Venom.
Nice.
Actually, I do got it right here.
Nice, Adrian. Awesome.
There you go. That. I'm going to include something else in there too, though, for you. So maybe a couple books. We'll see.
That's awesome. That's good news.
So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
But man, that's going to be fun, man, to actually get to meet you as well. That good times, and we're definitely doing a remote at the bar or at the brewery. Absolutely.
I'm excited for that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So Brian LCS also looks like he did a cross country this summer, California to South Carolina. Wow, that's a haul. That's multiple days right there.
That's brutal for the dogs. And see, that's the thing, because we have dogs too. If that was the case, we could just fly back. But I don't want to put them on a vehicle or on a plane like that. I wouldn't
either anymore. Yeah,
I don't trust people.
Stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't. You know, and the dogs will have a good time on the drive. So, how many dogs do you have? Two.
It's we got a pit bull mix and we have a dash hound.
So does one go in? Do both go in one car, or do you split them up?
This time, I don't really know how we're gonna do it. Realistically, they should go in her vehicle because I have a 2-door Jeep and it's pretty rough.
Gotcha.
She's got a newer car, so it's a nice smooth ride. But mine, I've actually been debating on selling the Jeep before I move back because I'm not looking forward to driving it. I don't know though. It's paid off, 4-wheel drive, low mileage.
That's a tough call right there.
Tough, but man, that thing across country.
And now is the right time to sell a car, but the problem is now is not the good time to buy a car.
That too. And I still need a vehicle. It's not like I can just drop it off last day or something, you know?
Right, exactly. And it's coming up, dude. It's right around the corner now.
I know.
You know,
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Damn, well, 100-pound Labrador.
You don't want to do it when you're old, brother. Trust me.
I know.
So yeah, Brian LCS, 100-pound Labrador. Wait, he was going on a plane. No kidding.
Thank you, Comic.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, man. That's way too big a dog.
So I was gonna say you can finish.
Go ahead. No, you go.
I was gonna say, so on the topic, I know we're coming up on the 30-minute mark, and I know you're always a busy guy. This might be the first time we can stick it to the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, right.
But I just want to say, I was talking about for comics and the CBCS package. I'm still in disbelief how it truly did take that long. And I'm going to talk about it tomorrow or whenever I make the video. But man, I sent it in when it was still a 7 to 9 week turnaround time.
Right.
And it was 17 books. I mean, that's a lot, but it's not a huge amount compared to some people. And from the beginning of May, I think it was May 5th, I sent it in. So May 5th or May 6th to today. That is almost 7 months, a little over 7 months, I think, from a 7 to 9 week turnaround time.
That's a long time, bro.
And I think the problem that I had mostly with it is, I understand people are busy. I understand people aren't working, if especially less hours with everything going on. But the feedback, or not the feedback, but just the updates, there's no communication amongst anything. It's just, yes, we have your books. And now they're just sitting here, or they've been delivered and 4 or 5 weeks later, they get uploaded into the system, but then all of a sudden they're scheduled for grading. So they just make mass updates at once. If you could communicate, maybe send an email out that says, hey, we are running behind. Your books are going to be maybe an extra 4 weeks or an extra 5 weeks based on the amount of volume we have. That's the type of stuff that needs to happen. Just to have someone waiting months. I mean, they've been in labels since August 5th. That I know for a fact. So just labels. And it can't take too long. I understand there's a plastic shortage and everything else going on. But imagine if an update got sent out or a mass email that said, we are backed up with this, or we don't have this in stock. Things have been pushed to this date. So if you sent books in at this date, is now this will be the turnaround time instead of this. I think that would just be a huge, bonus and just a big thank you to the people who sent things in.
Right. No, I agree. So, hopefully it's starting to shake out. So hopefully things will get somewhat back to normal here in the near future, but you never know, man.
I think my next order, I'm gonna take a shot on CGC. I usually don't send my stuff to CGC. I really like to send them to CBCS, but
Right.
based on the last experience, which wasn't horrible, but I haven't opened up the package yet. Matt S. I haven't opened it up. I don't know if they're broken. I don't know if they're scratched. I've been seeing a lot of people posting pictures about the CBCS slabs coming back very scratched up.
Ooh.
I know. I'm not looking forward to that, especially 17 books. And these are honestly books I was looking to move, especially before I make the big move. So,
Right.
it's, I think, almost 3,000 for the pod to travel it across country.
Wow.
So if I get them back and they're scratched up or dinged, I can't move that for what it could possibly be worth. So
right.
I might take a shot on CGC. We'll see how it goes.
Well, it's never a bad idea to kind of spread it around a little bit. Increases your odds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that too. And you get to see maybe I haven't sent anything to CGC after the Blackstone. I think it's Blackstone, whoever the investor company is.
Right.
So I don't know how things are since they took over. I know that they haven't been doing nearly as many signature series. So, well, we'll see. Might be a better experience than last time.
Yeah. No. I mean, you know what? Might as well try. I mean, things have changed. So see what happens. But again, great news, man. Coming back into the area, that's good news. I don't envy the work that you have laid out for you in front of you to get that move happening, but
it'll be tough. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay though. It's worth it. Totally worth it.
Well, as long as both of you are happy with it, then that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So Eddie in the house, what's going on, Eddie? So again, I want to remind everybody, if you get a chance, make sure to subscribe to AR's YouTube channel and join us tomorrow night, from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on The Experience. And you'll hear us kind of talk about anything that comes to mind.
It's always a good time.
Find out, totally unscripted, right?
Oh, yeah. Everything's down low in the description, too. We've got Dynamite Dynamic Forces website, all of the YouTubes, all of the Instagram links, all of that stuff. Everything's down there. Go check them out. They've got a lot of really good content spread across all of the different, social media platforms.
Right.
So good stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, make sure to join us. And, AR, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Sounds good. On that note, thank you again, everybody in the chat. Thank you, everyone who will future be watching this. And as always, thank you, Rex. I know your day is very important, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day.
I appreciate you having me on, Alec.
Of course,
I really do.
On that note, thank you again, everybody, and have a good night.
See everybody.